Good morning, and welcome back to Daily Dhamma, a letter to our children. Today is February 13th, and our reading is Wholesome Fear. The Buddha not only encouraged faith using the metaphoric carrot, the encouragement, incitement, and reassurance that this is a path which produces fruit, he also used the stick. The stick is just reflecting and wisely seeing the consequences of going the wrong way, into the realm of craving and desire, of disappointment and frustration. That is enough of a stick because it gives a sense of wholesome fear, Ottappa. The fear of the consequences of not continuing to make an effort, not continuing to walk this path, and not continuing to progress as far as your ability allows. And that's from Ajahn Brahm, In the Presence of Nibbana. Nibbana in Sanskrit is nirvana. Kamoga. The flood of sensuality can drown us in sights, sounds, scents, taste, and touch, overwhelming us with perceptions. We steer clear of both banks to avoid getting snagged. Once we've entered the middle of the stream, it will sweep us to the sea, as long as we never get out of the boat. Ajahn Brahm, actually it's Brahma Vamso, but these days out in Western Australia he mostly goes by Ajahn Brahm. Probably easier for us to wrap our tongues around. At any rate, he was an acolyte of Ajahn Chah, and like Chah's teachers, Ajahn Sao and Ajahn Moon, they go with hiri, which is a sense of shame, and Ottappa, which is an intelligent fear of consequences, or wholesome fear as it's put here. And this runs counter to the conventional wisdom in the West. We are told by psychologists and wise guys that we need to don't be ashamed of anything, and fear is the worst thing that can possibly happen. There is at least one other point of view, and one of our goals in this process is to take a look at a number of points of view. So we're going to pretty much stay with Cha and Ajahn Brahm. The conventional wisdom in the West may well be, if it feels good, do it, and if it doesn't feel good, run away. But there's an outside possibility that that point of view is neither conventional nor all that wise. What's the difference? It sounds an awful lot like self-stimming to us. Kamoga, the flood of sensuality. When we're just pursuing our physical pleasures, whether that be listening to nice music or eating nice food or watching images that we find pleasing or fragrances that we like or tactile sensations that make us go brrr, that maybe that's not all there is to life. It is worth remembering that the pornography and movie industries are based on all kinds of imaginary things that are not real, things that are just on a screen, things that are temporary and pass away quickly, and that might not be the best direction to be going. It would be an awful strange question if the answer were Hollywood and porn. Happy trails to you until we meet again.